can't say that. That's Noddy. He's my childhood hero.
I did turn it off though. You didn't even have to delete it.
Oh,
I actually
right.
turned the camera off.
Oh, I see. I see. But what do you think? I mean, apparently snowboarders wear these and they're cool.
Yeah, I suppose, you know, if you want to look like a bloke with a midlife crisis trying to act all cool and young.
Hello everyone and welcome to Beer Sweden.
Hello, what's that on the table? I've just seen a word I wasn't expecting.
Finger.
That's the one.
Finger. Welcome to Beer Sweden Television, the only live Beer Sweden show on the internet today, Trev.
Is it only live Beer Sweden show?
Yeah, is that must be technically right? I don't think
I would imagine it is because there is no other Beer Sweden show.
Can we get sued for that? Probably not. What are we doing here, Trev? It's another live episode. Still a little bit frosty outside, still a little bit cold, but we're going to soldier on.
We'll soldier on because we're tough.
We're tough like that. We're outdoor typists, aren't we, Trev?
Absolutely.
And we are going to...
Let's go off-road.
We're going to be out here, apparently, against my better judgment.
All through the winter?
All through the winter.
Yeah, because I like it at the back here.
Yeah.
We haven't told people we're at the back of the house now.
We changed the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
No expense has been spent.
Yeah, exactly. We just built a fence. We knocked down a brick wall and built a fence.
I'm not sitting out here when it's -10. I'm not doing it.
Do you really want to go indoors and all that aggro with the lighting and...
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's see how far we get.
All right.
Let's see how far we get, because there is a point where you can't taste beer at all because hypothermia.
What I'm more interested in is how do I get Avenue, bollocks and stuff like that up here, because I love Douglas.
Nice that you could actually point that out. If you go back a few episodes on the blog, if you go back through the episodes, and I hope some of you do that actually, because we've got a pretty good back catalogue now, Trev, of episodes.
What number is this then?
This is 108, 7, 8.
Is it that much?
Like
Okay.
You'll see that we've actually been lucky and we've scooped a few Douglas beers, and we've been fans of Douglas for a long time. It's just the fact that we live like on sort of polar opposite sides of the country. It's been very much nigh on impossible for us to get it.
I found out, by the way, sorry to interrupt, 63 degrees north we live. Do you know that?
63 degrees
If we
north.
say that now, the people in America might really, then they might get some sort of idea. That's like on the same latitude as Yukon, Alaska.
We are literally, I could spit into the Arctic Circle from here.
Absolutely.
Well, if it was 200.
If I hit you on the back of the head at the same time.
If I could spit 240 kilometres.
Exactly.
But anyway, it's close. It's pretty close. Closer than most of the people watching this show today. Anyway, let's crack on with the beer. Douglas, another beer from them, just come out in the Systembolaget. That's all the stats for you. Now then, this is a beer that is actually pretty close to our heart style of beer. It's an ESB, a special bitter, English style, absolutely. It's from their BeerSwedenTV. Is that a good accent?
I don't know. No. The word is difficult, don't you find? Because you have to go which is okay, but then it's borrie. So you have to make a of the G. It's not Goffen. It's not Gothenburg.
No.
It's Göteborg.
Göteborg, Sweden.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, something.
What me saying?
Anyway, but basically it's a series of their beers, which is kind of a fusion of traditional kind of English British styles with new thinking American, and that's really what pretty much sums us up. It's an ESB in style. But they use, I'll tell you what, either my glasses are dirty or my eyesight's getting worse, Trev. Maybe it's both. They use Chinook, Brewer's Gold, which is the British style, Chinook and Cascade hops.
I had a look at that, I didn't see that. Let me have a look.
See, your eyesight's useless too.
It's getting worse.
Which are classic American style. So what they're basically taken is a traditional style of beer, and they spun it out with these American hops. Pretty cool. In terms of ABV, Trev, 5.8%.
Perfect.
Another one of these little skinny bottles, Trev.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, because you're thinking you might want to have a whole pint of this, or 500ml or whatever it is. 50 cl, 500ml. How many fluid ounces is that, Trev?
Well, it's obviously 16 ounces in a pound.
16.
So
we don't know, do we? We're imperial. No, we're metric babies, aren't we? Well, I am.
I love metric.
Did they have metric in the Ice Age? I don't know. Did they?
No.
Anyway, that's the beer. Let's hold it up. Look at that. Now, first off, may I say, what a stunning.
That's a good looking beer.
Isn't it? A sexy looking. I mean, sexy.
I'm
getting slightly aroused at this, Trev. Even though it's only 3 degrees.
Right, I'll see you later.
Well, I love that. No, hang on, Trev. Come back. Listen, I love the colour of that. That's pretty much how I want to see my beers, my British beers, in a pint. Well, if it was in a pint glass, of course. Lovely, almost iridescent.
It does look glowy, doesn't it?
It does. It looks glowy, like it's almost got batteries in it, and it's actually just it's shiny. It's shiny. I like. Let's give it a whirl, Trev. It's very important to give it a whirl. We've got posh glasses out today.
I'm looking forward to this. Have I mentioned that I like
Don't
Duggars?
you like the hat though? You don't like that?
Have I mentioned that I like Duggars?
You
and that I live in
mentioned
Norrland and we can't get hold of them. So, you know, if a lorry was to back in that said Duggars on the side at my house, I wouldn't send them away.
You wouldn't complain?
No.
Did I hear the sound of a hint there? Was that the sound of a hint?
Clang.
Anyway, let's give it a smell. We've got nutty, very nutty, malty base there. Bready, quite bready. This is again a little bit too cold actually. Would like this to be a little bit warmer, but you know, we've got to. They're the rolls, they're the brakes, Trev. We've just got to carry on with it. I do love. Look at the colour of the head.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. One of the best looking beers I have seen on this show in a long time, Trev.
It's absolutely beautiful colour. I'm trying to put I'm trying to put a name on the colour because it's not brown, it's not red, it's
but it's kind of it's Welsh.
And
cold.
it's right what you say. It's almost halo-ish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Loving the colour. Now, in terms of the smell, the American hops, there's this kind of spicy, almost herby sort of edge to it. There's lots of nice sort of nutty, almost like conkers. Do you remember conkers?
Of course I do.
They're out now at the moment, you know.
There's the colour.
That's the colour of conkers.
Yes.
It's the colour of conkers. Actually, I'm going to throw up a picture of conkers because I know what's that in Swedish?
Castagna.
No, yeah, castagna.
Hästkastanje. Horse chestnut, isn't that it?
It's a horse chestnut. Anyway, listen. Here's well, watch. Look, that's a picture of what one of them looks like. But it looks that sort of colour. I'm getting that kind of smell as well. You know, freshly opened. There's still got a bit of that greenness to it, that sort of herbiness to it. So freshly opened.
I'm getting all excited
chestnuts,
now. Conkers.
But not an awful lot of the piney sort of, you know, American-y, grapefruity stuff. Not getting a lot of that.
What did you say? It was Chinook and
Chinook and Cascade, you know, which is obviously a big arse.
Yeah.
You know, big. Nearly said big arse there. When I have to bleep that out. But a big, you know, characterful American hop. I did give it a whirl, Trev.
I'm going to like it, aren't I?
You're going to like it. Quite medium, almost quite subtle carbonation. Subtle, you know, quite not flat, but very British again in that style, which I love. Medium sweet. Nice, actually nice sweet front. Medium sweet front. Kind of got some fruity kind of English ale-y types of fruity notes to it, yeasty type of notes to it. Nice, like that. And a fairly sort of medium bitter finish. I'm struggling to pick out the American hops. Maybe that's in it. Maybe it's as I say, it is cold. But the actual total experience is absolutely gorgeous. This is the type of beer that I want to be drinking right now in autumn, coming into the winter. I can see this with something like that sweetness, like pork, you know, pork crackling or something like that. This is an all-round beer, 5.8%. Okay, it's not exactly British in terms of ABV. You know, it's up there at the top, I suppose, of ESB stars. But a wonderful example of it. Duggars, Trev, have done it again. They just
can't miss, can they?
Well, they can't. I mean, you know, there have been.
I know I'm sounding sycophantic.
I do like the branding. I think it's cool.
Absolutely.
I do think it's cool, and I think I like the way that they take, you know, these. They do have their reference to the British style, but they do funk it up with this.
One thing though, why is it called strong bitter if it's only 5%? Is that in?
No, it's not 5. It's 5.8. So you know, it is.
I suppose
really,
so. Yeah.
If you look at, for instance, Bishop's Finger. Which is another classic British ESB that you'll get over here in the UK, over here in Sweden. That's 5.55, 5.5. So this is kind of in keeping with that kind of range of beers. In terms of rating, Trev, I'm going to go high on this one, high-ish. It's a 4 point something. 4.1.
Okay.
4.1. Because it's not spectacular. It's just an incredibly well constructed, rounded example of this style, and for that it definitely deserves a 4 point something. So I'm going to go 4.1 on this one. Another great beer from Duggars, and another great hat. That's all I can say.
Well,
until next time, everyone. Cheers and beers.